An urgent message from neurologists: stop eating these 5 foods immediately. For those of us entering our golden years, it may come as a shock, but mounting research is confirming it. A significant portion of cognitive decline and even Alzheimer's disease may be traced back to what's on our plates. A new wave of medical experts is sounding the alarm, and not without reason. Take the case of 65-year-old Mary Thompson from Ohio. Before retirement, she was a renowned accountant in her firm, a walking calculator who never made a mistake. She managed her family's finances to a T: school tuition, mortgage, utility bills, all neatly and reliably handled. In her prime, Mary's brain was a high-functioning machine, sharper than most. But over the last 3 months, her family began to notice changes. She'd buy groceries, then forget she did, and buy them again. She mistakenly transferred money intended for her grandson's tuition to pay the water bill. Her house keys, phone, and glasses were often misplaced, sometimes in the fridge, sometimes in her shoe closet. Initially, everyone thought it was just a part of aging. But then came the day she got lost walking back from her local grocery store, a route she had taken for over 30 years. That's when the family panicked and rushed her to Cleveland Clinic. Dr. Martin Green, the chief of neurology, reviewed her brain scan and solemnly said, "The hippocampus has already significantly shrunk. This is something we usually see in people over 75. "But she's only 65, her daughter whispered, holding back tears. The diagnosis? Early-stage Alzheimer's. Mary, always the rock of the family, broke down upon hearing it. She never imagined she'd be the one forgetting birthdays, forgetting how to get home, forgetting herself. The hidden epidemic sweeping the nation. Mary's story is not unique. In fact, it's becoming alarmingly common. According to The Lancet, in the U.S., nearly 6.7 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's, and that number is expected to triple by 2060. 1 in every 3 seniors dies with Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. The problem? It often starts much earlier than we think. A groundbreaking study from Johns Hopkins University reveals that the brain damage associated with Alzheimer's can begin up to 34 years before symptoms appear. That means your brain could already be in decline while you're still in your 30s or 40s. The earliest sign? A weakening of short-term memory. Forgetting things you just said. Misplacing items constantly. Struggling to follow familiar roads. Many dismiss this as just forgetfulness or stress. But in truth, these could be your brain's warning bells. It's not just genetics, it's lifestyle, especially diet. Here's the real shocker. Alzheimer's isn't always about bad luck or bad genes. Scientific evidence is mounting that lifestyle factors, particularly diet, play a huge role. According to a major dementia prevention report by The Lancet, as many as 40% of dementia cases are preventable through lifestyle changes. And diet? It's connected to nearly every major risk factor. High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, depression, inactivity, smoking, alcohol use, pollution exposure, and more. If you eat the wrong foods consistently, you're not just aging your body, you're draining your brain like a leaky faucet. The 5 food groups that secretly destroy memory. 1. Sugar bombs, pastries, cakes, milkshakes, chocolate. Sugar triggers the release of AGEs, advanced glycation end products, in the body. These harmful compounds damage neurons and interfere with brain signal transmission. Even eating sugary snacks once a week can raise your Alzheimer's risk significantly. 2. Processed and pickled foods, hot dogs, bacon, pickles. These contain high levels of nitrites and nitrates, which convert into neurotoxins that damage brain blood vessels and disrupt communication between brain cells. Try to limit to twice a month at most. 3. Fried foods, fries, fried chicken, donuts. Loaded with trans fats and heavy metals like aluminum and lead. These fry your neurons, speeding up cognitive decline. Cap at 1 small serving per week, if any. 4. Red meats, burgers, steaks, sausages. High in saturated fat, which causes chronic inflammation in the brain and accelerates neuron death. Experts recommend no more than 4 servings a week. 5. High-sodium dairy products, cheese slices, cream cheese, processed butter. Too much salt hinders oxygen flow to brain cells, speeding up cell death. Limit to no more than 1 tablespoon a week. From despair to hope, a diet that can turn things around. Just when Mary's family thought all hope was lost, a landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition offered a ray of hope: the MIND diet. Developed by researchers at Harvard and Rush University, the MIND Mediterranean-Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay diet is now considered one of the most effective eating plans to protect brain health. It combines the best parts of the Mediterranean and DASH diets, focusing on brain-boosting foods. Key goals: support healthy blood flow to the brain with olive oil, salmon, and other omega-3 rich foods. Stimulate neuron regeneration using antioxidants from berries, especially blueberries and strawberries. In a 93,000-person study, sticking to the MIND diet reduced Alzheimer's risk by 25%. Mary's personal turnaround: 3 months, a new brain. With her family's support and a licensed dietitian, Mary swapped her sweet treats for steamed squash. Within a week, her chronic headaches began to ease. By week 3, her sleep improved. By the end of month 1, she began eating 1 ounce of mixed nuts daily: walnuts, cashews, almonds. She stopped forgetting to turn off the stove. By month 3, she scored 27% higher on memory tests. Her knitting, long abandoned, resumed with smooth, coordinated hands. A brain scan showed an 8% increase in hippocampus volume. She didn't just feel younger. Her brain was younger, by at least 5 years. How to mind your meals the American way. Let's face it, some Mediterranean salads or quinoa bowls just don't suit the American palate, especially among seniors used to heartier, warmer meals. But you don't need to overhaul everything. Just tweak it. Breakfast. Instead of sugary cereals and bacon, try oatmeal with pumpkin, topped with a boiled egg and a side of steamed spinach. Add 3 walnuts to support memory and nerve health. Lunch and dinner. Switch white rice or white bread to a blend of brown rice and quinoa. Include steamed fish like tilapia or cod. Stir-fry dark green vegetables, kale, broccoli, okra with olive oil. Dessert? Try mashed sweet potato with a spoonful of blueberry puree. Snacks. Ditch chips and cookies. Grab plain Greek yogurt with chia seeds or roasted seaweed. A handful of unsalted nuts and a few raisins make a great alternative. This isn't about bland food. It's about eating smart. Who needs to worry most? Certain people are at higher risk and should be proactive. 1. Age 65 and above. Age remains the biggest factor. The older you get, the more at risk you are. 2. Family history of dementia. If a close relative has Alzheimer's, especially with the APOE4 gene, your risk triples. 3. Chronic illness sufferers. Those with high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol issues, or past strokes are more vulnerable. 4. Lower education levels. Research shows each additional year of formal education cuts dementia risk by 11%. Learning builds cognitive reserve. If you fit 2 or more of these categories, it's time to act. Don't mistake dementia for simple forgetfulness. 5 early red flags. Forgetting something just said or done. A getting lost on familiar routes. A trouble making decisions or balancing a checkbook. Struggling to find the right words. Sudden mood changes. Withdrawal. Anxiety. These are not normal aging. They are brain emergency signals. Conclusion: your brain is your most valuable asset. We spend decades building our lives, raising children, building careers, sacrificing sleep, time, energy. But if we lose our memories, our sense of self, our grip on reality, what was it all for? Money can be re-earned. Reputation can be rebuilt. But once your brain goes, there is no refund, no reset. So protect it. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Every bite matters. Every meal shapes your future. It's never too late to begin. Even at 70 or 80, change is possible. Feed your brain. Guard your dignity. Your most precious years are ahead if you take care of the years within.